Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about skills and why they are the greatest leverage in sales. All right, so let's dive in. All right, here's a quick story. A plumber decided to get better at one thing. He just decided to get better at a skill, turning a wrench. He can now turn wrenches much faster than he could before. So he can do more work in less time, right? He then gets paid for more work each day. This is called leverage. Leverage is the difference between what you put in and what you get out, according to Alex Hormozy. And here's a YouTube video you guys can watch on him. Good leverage is doing the same amount of work but getting a better result, increasing the quality of your work. So here's a formula. Leverage equals the results from work minus the amount of work put in. Work is defined as the quality and quantity of an action. Okay? So let's go a little deeper in this plumber story. So there's two plumbers. Plumber Jim does 8 hours of work and earns $800. Plumber Bill does 8 hours of work, but Plumber Bill earns $16,000. 8 hours of work. That's pretty cool. Not bad. So what's the difference? Let's dive in. The same amount of time that work was being done, but very different pay. Let's look at the different possibilities. We're going to focus on Bill for this. So Plumber Bill is a more skilled laborer. Bill has practiced the craft of plumbing and has gotten better and faster at nearly every aspect of plumbing over the years. He's read books on plumbing. He's enlisted coaches and mentors to help him get better at plumbing. What would have taken him 10 years to become an expert, he did in 3 because he sought out help and guidance from others. He learned to leverage other people's mistakes and use them to guide his own decisions. He became more skilled at the art, the craft, the job of plumbing. Now, we don't dive into how he became more skilled specifically or why he came across this realization, but the fact remains that he somehow became more skilled. He was able to leverage his own ability to do work better and faster that would allow him to be more essentially valuable in the marketplace. Another possibility, Bill has a team working for him. Bill has learned enough to do well. Other plumbers have noticed him doing well and have asked them to teach him, or asked him to teach them, sorry. Bill has employed them and taught them how to be great plumbers too. As a result, when Bill works for 8 hours, he's actually getting 32 hours of work done because he has 3 other people working for him. He's able to make 20x what Jim makes in 8 hours. So Bill does have a team working for him, but it's only because he started where Jim started, right? But then he started to develop skills. And we're going to talk about some more specific skills that he developed. But besides the plumbing skills, let's go on to point number 3. Bill has more customers. Since Bill has done more work and has honed his skills, he's gotten better at being a plumber. Since he's gotten better at being a plumber, he's acquired more customers. He realized somewhere along the way that being a plumber is more than just having plumbing skills. He would need to understand the business of plumbing if he truly wanted to be successful. He learned how to get leads and sell to them on a consistent basis. I think it's important we pause here for a second because the idea here is that at some point Bill transitioned from just being a laborer, a worker in the business, to now working on the business. He was working in the business of plumbing, now he's working on a plumbing business, all right? And so at some point he transitioned. He realized there was more value in his time if he started working on the business instead of in the business, okay? I think everyone comes to this realization eventually, and we all have decisions to make in our careers, working in a job as opposed to on a business. And we'll talk about this later. Let me continue. Bill has customers who are willing to pay more. As he got better at learning how to get leads, he also got better at learning which leads are the most valuable. The leads that are willing to pay more for the same quality of work are the best leads. And so he started targeting high value leads and was able to make more money per lead that way also. So you can see Bill is kind of learning. He's progressing here, right? He started off just like Jim, turning wrenches. And somewhere along the way, he realized, I think, what if I got better at turning wrenches? You know, like, what if I just got better at this one thing? What if I was a better wrench turner than Jim? I wonder what would happen. And so he did. He turned wrenches a little better than Jim. It took some time. But finally, he got better at turning a wrench. And guess what happened? He probably started off with marginally better than Jim. You know, like, I was able to do, 0.01% more work than Jim this day or this week. But he's like, I wonder what would happen if I stuck with it, if I just kept trying to get better. I wonder what happened. He's kind of curious in that way, Bill was. And so he kept going. He's like, you know what, let me try to see if I can get even better. Let me see what happens here. And so he did. And so what happened? Well, his persistence, his consistency paid off. He got better. But he got much better than he expected. So much better that he realized, man, I was doing it way wrong before. There are so many better ways to turn a wrench than what I was doing before. And it has improved my ability to do more work in less time at a higher quality, right? And so now people are starting to notice, man, this guy's doing really good work. I mean, his customers are starting to say things, other plumbers are starting to say things, and before you know it, he's like, you know what else might be valuable? These people are all asking me how I'm doing what I'm doing. I wonder if I could teach them how to do it, if somehow I could benefit from that. I wonder if the plumber could become the teacher. And so he tried. He's like, yeah, let's give it a shot. Let me start teaching others. And at first, he wasn't that good. At first, it took a while to realize, man, teaching other people is hard. It's really forcing me to pursue mastery in my own craft as I attempt to teach others, right? And so he didn't give up. He kept going. Kind of like Bill does, he's kind of created this habit in himself that once he sets on a path, he just keeps going. It's just what he does. It's just kind of who he is at this point. It's become a part of his personality. He's one of those people, it's just kind of dependable. He just keeps going. He says, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to start to teach others, and I'm going to give it an honest shot. I'm going to just keep trying. And as you might suspect, he got better. He got better at teaching others. And it got to a point where he's like, yo, I'm really teaching a lot of people here, and it's going really well. I think I might employ these people. And so he did. And at first, it was really tough managing employees and really managing a business. And he sought the help from others. He sought the help from people that had gone before him, from plumbing businesses that were much more successful than his. But eventually, just like Bill does, he stuck with it and he figured it out. He got it. And he got better at running the business. And so no longer was Jim turning wrenches, but now Jim was running a multi-million-dollar plumbing business. All right, so let's move on. So some things I didn't tell you about Bill at the beginning. Bill has a better mindset. What I didn't mention at the beginning is that Bill audits his thoughts and is careful what he allows to influence him. Okay? He doesn't just let any old thought get into his head and start to marinate and ruminate and, cause disease and mold and fungus in his mind. No. He audits his thoughts. He's very careful at what he allows in his mind. Only good thoughts. Only things that are there to help him and help others. Achieve his vision, achieve other people's vision. What else? He's a perpetual learner. Could have guessed that. Okay? He reads good books, listens to great people, and engages in meaningful conversation. He's the kind of guy who is very thoughtful in his words. He kind of pauses and thinks before he speaks. And he's very considerate of others. He's a very sharp guy. Kind of secluded and kind of quiet. But when he does talk, his words seem to have an impact on people. Okay, what else? Bill believes that you can choose your hard. You can either work hard and improve relentlessly, or you can be average, maybe lazy, and have a hard life because opportunities never seem to go your way. Bill's also great at networking and building meaningful relationships. He understands the value and the power of connecting with people and working with people, of helping others first. Bill has laid out a meaningful vision for his future. He has an idea of where he's headed. He's not just blindly doing work, hoping that good things happen. No, no, no. He's created a path for himself. He knows where he's going, and he's created a path to get himself there. Bill's determined to make an impact. He's determined to leave this world having served others. He's committed to Depot, a dogged pursuit of excellence. Okay? As a result of this, he's realized that he needs to create habits that serve him. So he's developed habits that serve him and his vision. He's studied his own thoughts, his beliefs, his actions, his behaviors, his tendencies, and habits. He's come up with a plan on how to implement new habits that serve him and his vision. Finally, Bill has learned how to focus. The world throws so many distractions at you. It's too easy. It's too easy to fall off the trail. It's too easy to get nudged off the path, off the track. Bill has learned the value in focusing. But focusing on what? That's the value in creating a vision. Because it gives you something to focus on. You now have a path, something to guide you and direct you. So Bill has mastered the art and craft and the skill of focus. Okay? Bill and Jim started plumbing at the same time under the same circumstances with the exact same experiences and opportunities. Bill, for whatever reason, chose to work on himself. Bill chose to develop skills instead of chase a career or money. This is what has made all the difference. Chase skills, the money will follow. So, what is the most valuable skill you can develop if you're new to sales? Prospecting. Taking a stranger and getting them to agree to meet with you to discuss a product or service you offer. I'm out. Good times. Reach out if you have any questions. Andrew at arena.vet.